decided that you want to do a muffler delete and you want to annoy the rest of the neighborhood. So congratulations, you are at a good route as of now. If you're gonna do a muffler delete, I just recommend to do that for now until you get an exhaust. I would not recommend to do a resonator delete combined with a muffler delete, because then it's just gonna sound too raspy. It's not gonna sound good. You'll be better off just going muffler delete and then wait until you get an exhaust. All right, guys, don't mind the sudden change. Something came up in the last clip, so I had to make this another day. Everything that I used for this muffler delete, I bought everything from Advanced Auto Parts. You can get similar stuff to this at O'Reilly's or any other car parts store. The tip that I got, they are I believe it's a DC Sports exhaust tip. It is 9 inches long, and I would recommend to get something over 9 inches, maybe like a 12-inch if you want the exhaust tip to poke out just a little bit. But this install, DIY, whatever, I wanted to do it in one day. I didn't want to wait, a week for ordering parts. The exhaust tip cost me about 27 bucks, which is pretty expensive, man. But you can get a better exhaust tip from eBay for about 15, 20 bucks. Much cheaper. But again, I didn't want to wait a week of ordering something, having to wait. My tailpipe was already cut because I think prior to me owning the car, I think somebody put another pipe in the middle because it rusted out and it split. And then to my unfortunate luck, it ended up splitting on me, and for a whole year I had to be like that. I'm in Nicky D's trying to get some McChickens and McDoubles, and I couldn't talk to the cashier lady or the window girl because my exhaust is fucking rattling and shit. So that's kind of embarrassing. Since this is a muffler delete, so you're gonna have to cut the pipe where it reaches the muffler. So the only tool that you will need, you can use a saw or a DeWalt tool. I'm not sure what it's called, but you put like a blade on it and you're able to cut it. It cuts perfectly. But don't get discouraged, like, oh, it's expensive, blah, blah, blah. If you are a Lowe's worker or a Home Depot employee worker, same thing, fast forward 15 seconds. If not, keep watching. Okay, guys, so listen to this. So sometimes when I need a tool like right there to use it one time, I might go to Lowe's or Home Depot and buy it, and I'll take good care of it. Then once I'm done with it, I just return it back and return it back to the store, and that's it. I already have the exhaust on already. I'm gonna do like a little rundown overview of, fuck my voice. Damn it, what is my voice? That was fucking crap. So I'm gonna do a little overview of how I put it on so you guys are not confused or anything. And then I'm going to show you clips when I was doing it at the shop. And I wasn't talking there because I was kind of, shy because people were around me. But I'm just gonna do a little voiceover of when I was at the shop. All right, testing. Tee-hee, Michael Jackson. So here you have the strapping kit. You will use this to hang the pipe near the end. And it does come with these bolts and nuts, which we will be using to put it through the hole of the strapping kit to lock it down. So what you're going to need is the exhaust tip. You can buy it at Advance for 27 bucks, which I don't recommend. It's too expensive. So if you're willing to wait, you can go on eBay and order a better looking tip. You can even buy a burnt tip one for maybe 15 bucks, less than 20 bucks. I would recommend to get something that's over 10 inches, possibly 12. It just depends how much poke you want from the exhaust. So this is the flex pipe that I got from Advance. It's a Nixon exhaust solution brand. It extends to 18 inches total, and it is a 2.5. As you can see, 18 inches long, one fully extended. And then it does come already with a 2.5 bracket, which is pretty nice because you're only gonna need one. Other than that, you're just going to need, basic tools like a wrench to torque shit down, of course. Well, peep the drip. I got it at the thrift. So yeah, don't mind the 2005 emo edgy shirt, whatever. This shit's fire, bro. Okay, so I have the garage half open because I don't want people to fucking see me. So I'm just gonna. So here's the exhaust tip. As you can see, it's pretty much like OEM, the same opening, but it definitely tucks in. So some people might not like that, but again, I did it just on the spot. This is how mine sticks out. And this all depends on how much you cut the exhaust, the original one. So you see where this fucking, what's it called, bracket thing is, that's pretty much where I cut it. For reference, here you have the bolt that goes to the, is it the toe arms, or I forget what this is, but here's the bolt, and I lined it up kind of right there, if that makes sense. You can use it as a guide bookmark. I didn't cut it way over here because this pipe can only bend so much, you know, it's not gonna do like a whole completely 90-degree. This is pretty much like what it can do. I would try to show you that, guys, underneath. No, it doesn't bend that much. So I had to cut it from way back here to be able to actually fit it and make it come out straight and perfect from out here. Oh yeah, don't mind all this rusty shit, man. I was in the process of, you know, cleaning it, getting all that rust off, and painting some of this shit, of course. This pipe, this flex pipe, it actually fits over the OEM pipe. It doesn't sit flush, but you want it to be oversized. That way you can kind of put the bracket and it'll kind of crush it on there. Because sometimes if it's too tight, you might not be able to get it on there. So all it is this flex pipe, this bracket, and then just for extra, I guess, precaution, I put this strapping kit, and then I put it around this, not sure what to call this brace, I guess. And then put a bolt through there so it hangs, or so it attaches, my bad. Just in case anything happens, I don't know, if I hit a rock or an animal, voice crack, and if for some reason this ever were to come off, it would at least, you know, hang on to this. The strap so it holds up here, of course, so it can hang. And then I put a bolt and nut so it's holding right there with the original rubber grommet. Put the bolt right there, and the bracket is being held by this bolt. And I did cut the bracket a little because, you know, it was a little bit, you get like 50 feet roll, so you don't need that much, of course. Oh, two things that I would recommend if this is your daily driver, which most likely it is. So play it cool, and you want to put some anti-seize on the bolts, because, you know, it's right there to the ground. So if you drive in a state where it rains, you know, over time, it just depends how long you're gonna keep it on there, but they can get rusty. Just to avoid any future headaches, put some anti-seize to lubricate it. I don't really drive this car in the rain, but I think this is stainless steel, or I'm not sure what material it is, but I'm pretty sure this might be prone to rusting. So another thing that I would recommend is maybe, you know, prime it, paint it, and clear it. Now I will be showing you guys pretty much how to remove it. You have this hanger right here. It's kind of rusty. You're gonna want to use some PB Blaster to slip it off. You have one up top as well. And you have one over here. I had stated earlier that I was going to use some PB Blaster to remove it, but I ended up just getting impatient and I completely cut off the tip. I got impatient, so I just used the D-Watt cutting tool to cut the end, so it just slipped right off. Next step, I removed it from the driver's side with some PB Blaster, slipped it off from the back. This is the tool that I used to cut off the hanger from earlier, and the tool that I will be using to cut off the pipe as well from the exhaust. So here's the aftermath after I cut it. It lines up right there with that bolt. Next, you just go and put a rod in, put the little snaky little right over it, you know, do a little test fit. And we finally have it mounted completely. Here we have the strap, no dyke shit, you feel me, hanging onto the flex pipe. The only reason why I added those zip ties on the exhaust tip is just in case if I ever hit something on the road, if for whatever reason the exhaust comes off, at least the exhaust tips will be saved. Here we have a second strap, you know, just for backup extra ammo. We put it around this little brace, not sure what to call this, and then we tighten them down with the bolts that it came.
And here we have the bracket. Up next, I will show you guys clips of a before and after.
Anyways, guys, that is going to be it for this video. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for watching. If you are new here, consider subscribing. I do post more content on the G35. So if you have a G35, you know, check out the channel. You might find more other cool shit, of course. If you have any more questions, let me know. I will be happy to answer them. Follow the IG. You know, we're trying to grow on there as well as here. Damn, shawty. Smooth. Even curves. So just consider subscribing to the channel. You know, check out the other shit. I have more G35 content, VQ35, whatever, except all. Also, if you guys have any more ideas, video ideas that you would want me to make, of course, you know, just comment down below and I will consider it. Look at all that broccoli. Huh?